y'all, this is my good sis Jazz.
Hey y'all, this is my good sis Reese, and we are Essence of the Spirit podcast.
I did my part of
Okay.
Hey y'all, this is my good sis Jazz.
Hey y'all, this is my good sis Reese,
And we are
Essence of the Spirit podcast.
Today we have Dasia with us.
Deja
Hi.
Carly. Hey Deja. Turn the camera so they can see her record.
Yes.
Because she played too much.
We got Dasia with us today. Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta get my camera right. I'm gonna come right back. So real quick, y'all, we have Dasia here with us. You want to get that right? One of us can get it right. But we got Dasia here with us, guys. We're gonna be talking about. We got this camera right here, Dasia. Yes. We got Dasia with us. She is the CMOS queen here, y'all. She is gonna be telling us about what it's about and all these other different teas and things that she's got. She also has a face mask made with the CMOS. So
Yes, so I have a charcoal and turmeric face mask that I do with the sea moss. Sea moss has minerals in it that's good for the skin. So a lot of moisture for the skin. I'm also doing soap, like facial soap. So that's another thing I'm gonna be adding to my products.
okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk about why you chose CMOS?
Okay, so I just got really deep. Okay, so this is funny. So it's this Netflix show, and it was just I forgot what it was called. What the hell? It's called What the Hell. So it was I started watching that. It was just showing how like meat and dairy and all that is like not good for us and like cancerous and all this stuff. So I stopped eating meat and dairy. So then I got into like Dr. Savy, and so he talks about CMOS all the time.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's how, and I told my mom about it, and me and her just like teamed up and started doing CMOS.
Right.
Okay.
And not to mention that the CMOS has what, 102 of the minerals? Or
It has
92?
92, but
Of the 100
if you add bladderwrack with it, it gives it the full
102 minerals that we need.
And burdock as well.
Right.
Bladderwrack and burdock with sea mosses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I know a lot of people actually got into CMOS at one point in time, especially when COVID hit. I do want to let y'all know that when you're purchasing CMOS, there is people that sells fake CMOS.
Yes.
So you want to be careful of where you get your CMOS from.
Mm-hmm.
And so
because the fake sea moss is pool raised.
yeah, it's pool raised. Yeah. So and then it has like the
Pool
texture
raised?
of it is
So
yeah.
it's not the seat.
No.
No.
Pool raised.
Oh, no.
So you don't get. I mean, it's fake.
It's fake.
So I don't know if it actually has any of those minerals that it's supposed to have. I'm not sure, but the texture of it is different from.
It looks different.
Yeah, it looks like something you could stretch or
yeah,
throw
it's
up
like
and hit the ceiling.
it's thicker. It's
Like
thicker.
slime?
No, it's like a like silicone. Is it like a silicone texture?
That's funny.
I don't know, but it's not
I
like
don't know,
how the real dry CMOS looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sea moss straight from the sea. Okay.
Yeah. You can tell.
And the taste
So
is different.
what are some benefits, Deja? Like, what are some benefits to sea moss? Like, name some things that can help.
It's like I swear any diseases, immunity, like it's so much sea moss does. It helps in weight loss.
Mm-hmm. It does. I know a lot of people was taking it around COVID time because of the zinc, the properties of zinc in it. Yeah. So get y'all some sea moss from my girl Deja Cartleys on Facebook.
Yes, yes, yes.
And what's the name of your business?
Day Trails Essentials.
All right.
Okay, so Day Trails Essentials. We got Deja from Day Trails Essentials. Talking about like good old sea moss. We too. We were gonna talk about? The illusion.
So today we was gonna talk about, well, Deja call it placement in life, and I just call it.
It's like time illusion.
Yeah, it's like time illusion.
Yeah,
so
time illusion.
So everybody needs to know that time is an illusion.
Cause that's how I really feel. Time was just created to control us.
Right.
Right.
I think I think when they put time limits on, like when you're supposed to have something done in life, like, oh, you know, you're 25, you shouldn't have kids right now.
Yeah.
Or
And
you're 16. Yeah, like.
Because I am 25 and I'll be 26 in January, but like people will be like, oh, you don't have kids, like they be so shocked.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, you know, what if I don't want kids? Or you never know what's
in store for you later on. Yeah. So, and then you got people like, oh, you know, you 50 something, you can't go back to school.
Right.
Like you too old.
You can do whatever you want to do.
You can do whatever you want to do.
Age.
Right. So, Cerise, what you think about that?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that it was created to control. That sounds about right. Like, you know, I think it was, you know, people, especially nowadays, it's just like, oh, you know, you're 18, you know, when you turn 18, you're supposed to graduate high school right away and go to college right away. That's not something that, you know, if that's something that you're not wanting to do or feel comfortable doing, you shouldn't be pressed to do it. It's definitely not a time thing. It's whatever is best for you. Right. You know.
So I think, like me personally, my own personal unpopular opinion, I think that time was originally created because back then they did a lot of things based off astrology. So it kind of helped them, like, you know, when to grow crops and when not to go, and when is the best time to, you know, do some magic or whatever the case may be. So I think it was originally created then.
I feel like that's kind of different because that's like seasons. And,
right.
Well, it's still time frame because, you know, it's in a timely manner, but as for like the clock.
Right. That's what I was going to get into. I think people actually, like society had created these standards at where you should be at in your life at a certain age, in a certain
like time frame.
Yeah.
But like seasons and they did have to use like that to know when to, you know, do their crops and all that. So I just feel like it's kind of different though. Y'all see what I'm trying to say?
I do.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like I feel like, you know, with all of that being said, it's just like don't let nobody, don't let it be, you know, don't let time pressure you.
Right, because there's no rush. Who you rushing against?
Yeah, don't let time pressure you. There's no.
Y'all know, like, Taraji P. Henson, she said she didn't get to her first movie, like, so she was, what? She was older, like.
Yeah.
She didn't start
as like a child, like a child star, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you know, people, but she had been trying, you know?
Right.
So it's just, you really can't you can't pressure yourself. And a lot of people do that. I found myself doing that sometimes because I feel like, you know, I want to be in a place, you know, higher than I am right now. But, you know, I know I am. But I just, you know, I'm like, dang, like, I need to hurry up. But, you know, you can.
Yeah, because when you rush, it definitely makes you feel like you have to, it stress you out.
Yeah.
When you feel like you have to rush to be a certain place in life, it definitely stress you out, and it can make you feel like, damn, like I'm not doing something right.
Another thing too is I was thinking about is social media will really do that for sure, because you think like, damn, she 24 years old, I'm 24 years old, she got a Mercedes S-Class, 2500, 2000, whatever. And you know what I'm saying? You don't have it. Like, don't think that just because you're supposed to have it. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Just don't let that time put the pressure on you.
Please, that's like the wrong thing to do. Do not look at social media and base your life off what social media looks like to you.
And
like,
plus, you don't know what people have to do to get that.
Like, you don't know if it's there.
Right. And you compare yourself, stressing yourself out.
Right,
like,
because it's supposed to look good. It's social media.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what it's supposed to do.
Right.
So like you sit up like, oh dang, her relationship looks so happy, or
You
dang,
know,
she
you
got
could
that nice ass
be
car.
her
Exactly. Right. So
So,
please do not compare your life to social media. And another thing is like your family members in your life is, oh, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. Like you may not be mentally ready to do that. You may not be emotionally ready to do that.
Right, not at all.
But just know, like, wherever you at in your life, that's exactly where you belong at. Because I always say you get what you deserve. So based off your choices that you make, that's exactly where you want to be.
Exactly.
Good or bad.
And I think it's just funny how people be in other people's business anyway. Like, why?
Bottom line.
Right. Why are you worried about what the next person got going on, or why they're not in this, or you know what you think they should be in life? Like, it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
And I definitely think you shouldn't rush, because when you rush, it's like it's like you miss a step. Versus you just all you need to do is be focused on being you, focus on moving forward, and you know, just baby steps.
Right, just like people try to date. Some people, you know, like find love later on in life when they're older. Like you can't compare your love life to, you know, somebody who can be like married like early 20s. Like some people don't get married until their 50s.
Yeah, I met this lady at my job. She told me that her mother-in-law just got married at 75.
Wow.
And it was like a reality check for me, like, you do not have to rush to get married, girl. Because you is not on no time limit. Right. This lady got married at 75 and moved out of town with her husband. Gone.
I do it too. I can
So, you know, this whole time is an illusion thing, like, it's definitely true. Just be on your own journey. Like, take your own steps. Do what you gotta do. Don't worry about what nobody else thinks or what nobody else feel like where you should be at and where you should be going at. Just do you. Take your steps and get there.
Exactly. And like, don't let nobody, like, especially the people like this, that peer pressure, y'all. Don't let that peer pressure like think you, oh, I'm supposed to be there too, or even like, you know, too. Yes. Even though you know too, Nick said she just told Deja this about the whole time illusion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that, y'all.
Yes. So, my apologies, y'all. But yeah, just because that person, like people around you, got this or they got that, you know what I mean? Don't make it seem, or don't feel like, oh, just because they have to do it, I think we all on the same time, or you know, all your friends are nurses, so you want to be a nurse too. If that's something that you really don't want to do, you know, don't do that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You gotta do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, don't take nobody else's life and measure it up against yours. Yeah.
You know, or think, oh, just because I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna make some money just because I'm gonna be a nurse. Like, sis, are you gonna really like being a nurse?
Right.
You know?
Take whatever power you have and use that.
Right.
Take whatever power you have and use that. So
And that's just like with smaller businesses. Like, you have to be patient.
Oh, for sure. Okay, they just talking that shit now, y'all.
No, for real. Because, like, it's don't count on time, for real. Because you could be starting off slow. Boom. You never know what's going to kick off.
Right. And anything could come up, like, you know, different obstacles and stuff like that. So.
Right, you never know. You most likely, you definitely never know. Like, you know, when you never know when your time is coming.
Mhm.
I mean, you never know when your time is coming.
Everybody has their season.
Everybody has their season.
Mhm. And when it's your season, talk your shit.
Yes.
Talk your shit.
But be humble.
Be humble.
Listen. I don't believe in the whole being humble thing. When you
I
just
feel
like, as long as you don't bring nobody else down.
But that's a lot of people do that though. People really do that.
Well, I'm only talking about the people who just gonna talk
Yeah,
their shit
okay.
about their own accomplishments.
Yes, you
But
can.
anybody
but don't
else?
brag, don't be boastful. Like
Who?
I just
Because
feel
when it's time for me to sign off on my house,
that's okay.
Hey,
But
it's my new
are you
house.
gonna be posting every day on
Yo,
Facebook?
this my new house. This my
Yeah,
dojo.
you're gonna be posting every day on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my house.
This-
and I don't even got a house.
No, I ain't gonna do all that. But I'm gonna definitely.
Or I got a house now. Y'all still stay
Yeah,
in the
exercise.
apartment.
No, see that's a different thing. But I'm talking about it's you
Your
definitely
auntie said
can.
humble season over.
Simple.
No,
Listen,
you
let me tell you something. I'm gonna turn that camera
You
right
never
here.
know.
Let me tell y'all, when my house
You
gets
never
done,
know
I'm
what
like,
can happen though.
I'm gonna be like, this my door, y'all. This my window. I'm gonna be taking
I
pictures
agree.
by my doorbell. Hey.
But you never know what can
I
happen.
agree.
For real.
Exactly.
You can be so, you can take so much pride into your house that, oh, boom, your house burned.
But that's what it's called. That's why you find balance. But I definitely don't think that just because you get something that you have to be humble. That's just, I feel like people who feel like, oh, you have to be humble. Like you just can't take that. I'm bragging. I'm bragging about my accomplishment. Now it's a different thing when you have people that's like, oh,
I definitely
you
agree
ain't got a
that I agree that you can,
She said no, she didn't say proud.
Mm-hmm.
She said need to say no, she didn't say
yes,
proud.
you can be proud. You can, I'm not saying that you can't be proud and like post on social media like, oh, you know, but it's just like to a certain extent, I feel.
Why I
like
gotta
you have
limit
to
the way
be-
that? Why do I have to
little-
limit?
It's just, I don't know. I just feel like
Me personally, see, okay, so me personally,
I just feel like you take too much like pride into something or too much like what is the word for it? I'm trying to think of the word.
I think if you indulge too much into something, then that can become a problem because there's no balance.
Agree. You don't have to put others down in your winning
Right. That's
exactly.
what. Right.
You don't have to make people feel like, oh, you know,
They didn't
you're
accomplish
better-
something
you're
just
better
because
than
you
them,
got it.
Or
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You don't have to exactly.
But you can
exactly,
definitely be proud.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be in my grass. This is my green grass, y'all. Y'all see what my driveway, my car parked at? Yup.
Right. Being loud about your winning season definitely doesn't mean that you know you're better than them.
Right.
But you
know.
have some people who think that though.
There is people out there who think that. So just like how you climbed up that ladder, you could definitely fall back down that ladder. So I don't believe in being humble, but when you do get something that you have worked hard for, don't bring nobody else down just because you done made it up that ladder.
Yeah, because you forgot. Don't forget.
Because
where you
on the
came
way
from.
down, the same people that's climbing up the ladder.
Do not forget where you came
Listen,
from.
I don't even necessarily think it's right because them same people that you passed on that ladder going up, when you coming back down because you talking about you making somebody else feel bad about what they don't have. Those gonna be them same people you probably gonna you gonna see them people coming on the way down. So yes, I do agree with
Right.
the not.
And right, it only
Yeah.
sounds like bragging to a hater.
Right, it definitely only
It
sounds like
do.
bragging to a hater. That's exactly what I
Right.
feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can be real close to you.
Uh-huh.
They can be
That's
real close
very
to you.
true.
Oh, she thinks she the shit because she got a, she she got
Mhm.
this in her bank. No, I be ready for
Let me
my
call Jazz and see if her lights off.
That's so weird to me. That is so weird.
Well, those people, I think those type of people is just miserable. Like, they're not happy with what's going on with their own stuff, so they find entertainment in other people's struggles and
And
downfalls
downfalls.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, finding laughing and kikiing off somebody's downfall. Y'all, that's the ugly thing to do.
Mhm. Because we don't always stay up.
No, we don't always
We don't always stay up because we go through different seasons, different times, we don't always stay up. So, whatever you do have, pop y'all shit. Don't be humble.
Who said what neat? Who said what neat?
True supporter. You should be just as happy as me if you're a true supporter.
Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, because you know you got them people that you ever been to somebody like, oh my God, I'm so excited about what they have, and they just be like, oh,
yeah.
That energy.
That's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not no.
You give them big energy, and they give you that small ass energy back.
Right.
Well, what's your problem?
Let me call Jasty for life. So she said, "Who said that?" Yes. Again, y'all, if y'all missed the beginning of it, we had Deja here talking about her sea moss and her different products that she has. See what I'm saying? Y'all gotta check out that turmeric and black. What is it? The charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
Face mask.
Yes, most definitely. And the foot bath soaks. For sure. For sure, for sure.
Is that what it was you was bringing to the shop with the powdery for the foot soaks? What is that?
It's not foot soap.
What is
It's
that?
not
Milk bath.
milk bath.
So
Like
what's
she
that?
was using it for her foot
For the upcoming foot detox?
Yes, for sure. Check out Deja for those facials at Three Queen Studio.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Check her out. Very soon she's gonna be having full services
what's the powder?
going on.
That's a milk
It's
bath.
powdered milk? Oh, okay.
It's a milk bath.
Can you and you can soak your
So
feet
you
in
can
it,
soak your
right?
feet in
Yeah,
it.
you can.
And then you can bathe in it.
Yeah.
Is it vegan?
You soak in it. We do. I do.
Coconut.
Yeah.
Coconut milk.
Coconut milk. And then we do regular milk.
Okay.
And we have detox baths too.
Mm-hmm. Now, question: all of the products that the line of products that you coming out with, is all the ingredients is something that you can eat, or you know how people are like, oh, I only want products that you can eat.
No. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be eating like the face mask, like.
Right, but what I mean by not necessarily like, oh, I just want to grab it up and eat it. I'm saying like, is it all natural products?
Yeah,
I'm just saying that it's all natural products.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Y'all get at Deja for them natural products.
For sure, for sure. And Three Queen Studio, well, she'll be the esthetician there, the head esthetician there soon. Check us out for that rebrand. Okay.
Hey y'all.
Do y'all have any comments on time and time being an illusion? Do you think that time is an illusion?
Right.
That's what we want to know. Do you think time is an illusion? Do you think time is something that do you think time is something that is important to you? And getting something done or accomplishing a goal or being on the same wave as everybody else, like everybody got married when they was 17 or 18.
Or just like, this is another thing. Like when people have kids and as soon as they turn 18, then you gotta get out of my house. Like, do y'all agree with that?
No, not at all. I think that's one of our biggest downfalls as a black community. Like we push our kids out, even if we're not saying, hey, when you get 18, you gotta get your stuff and get out. I think we do it sometimes and not even realize we're doing it because we're like, oh, when you get grown, you can do what you want to do. I think we say that all the time, and I know I'm one of those parents that be like, when I get frustrated with one of my kids, oh, when you grow, you can do what you want to do. And I think we unconsciously do that. So now we say it so much, and then now our kids have that in their mind, like, okay, when I'm grown, I'm moving out. I can do what I want to do. But I think that's a big mistake in a lot in our black community. I really do. I think time is an illusion. I don't believe in 24 hours. It's 24 hours. We can.
24 hours is really one day. It might be a week.
Right, you never know.
Well, you know that I can't think of the name right now, but when it comes down to like time in 24 hours, I think it was the Sumerians who actually came up with our time frame in the day. Like I said, they used astrology back then to determine different seasons and when to do things and when not to do things. So it's like it was like a 60-minute anchor that we was on, and they used like their knuckles to kind of I'm so mad I can't even remember exactly what it is when it comes down to the whole 24 hours thing and how they actually even came up with that. But whatever, y'all look it up yourself.
Just like
Whatever.
that's all details I can tell you.
I've been reading so much stuff, y'all.
I read too.
Sometimes I can't.
swear, I be reading
Yeah.
so much stuff, and then and I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You watching that crazy stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Then I gotta call somebody. Look, so what if this was happening, this and that was it? And it's like, well, I don't know, baby.
Right.
Well, why are you thinking about this?
Why you right?
Why are you thinking about it?
What y'all said? Oh, okay, are you talking about? Oh yes, I think it was the black family.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were talking about that.
Oh yeah, we was talking about pushing our kids out.
Yeah, because my mom, I'm 25. I still say my mom, and I'm not moving out until I get my house.
Right.
Right.
And that's how it should be. Like, I don't want to rent. That's too
Especially with society today, in the way down here in Florida, we're a retirement state.
She said no time illusion.
She said what?
No time illusion. What were we talking about right time?
Oh, I was trying to cause you was talking about the 24-hour thing, and I was trying to explain how they came up with the time system that we are on over here in the U.S. Like why we chose to use the Sumerian time, but then I went and said, look it up for yourself, because I can't really remember exactly what it was that I read. That's all I said. But you're right though, I get what you're saying about the whole, who said 24 hours was this, that, and the third,
Right. 24 hours right there. Be there 365 days.
Yeah, but like I said, they
We don't really know. Time is infinite. It's so much.
But they use the Sumerian increments to just keep track. Like I said, just keep track of different seasons and stuff like that. But like Deja was saying earlier, that's a little different from what we actually was talking
We're about to get back to that, Leslie. Okay, yes, let's get back to that. Same thing for me. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know, I have an 18-year-old that I adopted. And I always tell her, listen, you can leave when you're 40 years old. Because my goal for her is to basically never rent. I want her to leave from out of my home and purchase a home. I want her credit to be A1. I'm showing her how to use her credit. I'm doing all of that to make sure that she is a successful adult. Besides kicking her out and saying, oh well, she gonna stay up under my roof, and you gonna help me pay the light bill. Here's my thing. Exactly. Here's my thing. Like, if she was not, here anyways, or had I not had children, who was gonna pay my bills anyway? So regardless, I'm not gonna sit up there and make my kids pay them. They're gonna pay their own bills, their their phone bills or stuff like that, or whatever else they have going on. Right. If they want, something extra, that's cool. But I'm not going to sit up there and make them do that. They, that's not their responsibility at all. That's how I feel.
Yeah, my go-to is just to make sure that my kids are self-sufficient. I don't want my kids to leave the house surviving. Like, I want my kids to actually be able to live and enjoy themselves while they're young, because most of the time you see people enjoy themselves, they old. Yeah. And they got all the better cars, and now they can actually travel and do whatever it is they want to do after they don't work themselves to death all their life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my goal is to make sure that my kids is very self-sufficient, and they know how to manage money. And by doing that, I'm starting with myself first, with breaking those generational curses. And, as long as I keep working on myself, the better off my kids will be.
Right.
It's create generational wealth if I push them to move out in someone else's home, creating wealth for their family.
Exactly.
Right. That's true.
Exactly.
So I got 4.
They are, especially right now. Especially right now.
And then I know this. So as far as my kids go, I don't know if anybody else does the same thing, but my kids is very much themselves. Like, I raise my kids to be their authentic self. Also, because I don't want to tell my kids they should act a certain way, and then by the time they get older, they battling well, who am I? Because my mama said I should act this way, but I feel this way. So I allow my kids to actually express themselves and how they feel. It backfires on me a lot, but it is what it is. Like, you know, at least I know that my children are really living in their true selves.
Right.
And
That's just like, okay, you know how like the white kids, they're just like gothic or something.
Mhm.
Like, if your kid, like, if it was a black parent and their kid came just like that, you never, you can't dress like that.
Right.
Like, so you'll let your kid dress like that.
Mhm.
Like, okay, so that's good.
Like if that's what my kids chose to do now, I definitely would look deeper into, okay, well what your mind at? Like, you know, why are you choosing this way? And I always let my kids know there ain't nothing wrong with you. Like, if they say one person, because I got a son right now, he don't give a damn what he put on. As long as he got on shorts and a shirt, he ready to go outside. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as like me as a parent, I always try to make sure that my kids be themselves. So, you know, I think that's another thing that's very essential. Like as a parent, like we want to make them self-sufficient and also teach them how to actually love themselves. I was watching her story the other day.
Raphael, I love the way she dressed. It's so different.
Yeah, she's very different.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very different, and I teach her how to be. You know, you be different. You be your own self. Don't worry about what nobody has to say about you. Y'all gotta teach our kids that too. Y'all gotta teach children not to worry about what people think about them. Now, as far as, you know, doing things that are, you know, bad in the world, then definitely not. But how they look and how they dress, and if they don't want to wear their Nike shoes or their Jordans,
Right.
then your kids should, you know, have that choice. You know what I mean? Don't make them think that that's the only way they can live life is with those things. That's not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. So my kids be at home, they get a little mouth out, be like, well, who you think you talking to? They be like, well, I'm being disrespectful just because I'm telling you how I feel. Then I have to go back and be like, you know, I taught them to be.
And it's how they say it too.
Yeah, and I have to tell my oldest, so it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. So I think because they coming up into that teenage stage, and they are trying to. I don't know how difficult it is for my kids right now, or if they having that moment where it's like, oh, I don't know who I am. Because like I said, I pretty much raised my kids to be themselves. Like, experience your emotions that you're feeling. Don't overindulge in it. It ain't about what you say, it's about how you say it.
And then, you know, puberty. So
yeah, all that stuff. You know, their hormones and all that stuff is happening. Yeah.
So that plays a part in it.
They do. Hopefully it gets better. Cause I'm about to pull my hair out.
Don't pull your hair out.
Don't pull my hair out. Okay.
Don't pull your hair out. But does anybody else have anything to say in regards to time illusion, or anybody else have any questions in regards to CMOS or any products that are any natural products like CMOS and the other herbs that come inside of CMOS?
What type of flavors? Yeah, flavors in sea moss?
Yeah.
I do.
You can add flavor.
You can add flavors.
Yeah, you
to
can add
it.
flavors.
Add, if you want flavor, I do organic fruit, mango, strawberry, blueberry.
Are we at our 30? We is? Oh, okay. Well, before we exit out, I just want to say thank you, Dasia, for coming on Essence of the Spirit podcast.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
And
Young
we're about to
Deja.
close out.
Young Deja.
Y'all, we all, every time we get together, we stay laughing.
Oh my
So
gosh.
excuse us.
Reese swear I'm so young.
That is not true.
Yes, you do. You think I'm so young.
That is not true, y'all. That's my girl. I be having to watch over her if anything happened to her around me. Leslie might try. Leslie and Nick. Oh, Lord. And Robin. Oh, Lord. Why do people question natural products but will load their bodies with pharmaceutical meds? That's another show
Right.
for sure. Definitely
Yeah.
another show. We got.
Yeah.
We gonna get on it
Yeah.
very soon because we're gonna interview Sacred Thorn Organics and all of his assistants. So we gonna have somebody co-hosting that show. But
Yeah, girl. Wait,
Go ahead.
I can tell y'all, thank y'all for joining our live. And Mondays is our open discussion days. On days that we don't have our special guest, even though we do have a special guest here tonight.
We do.
She joined our open discussion night. And we'll see y'all every Monday at 7:30. And if you want to be a special guest on our show,
Do she have an Instagram or anything?
oh yeah, there's your tip.
Deja Carlise on Deja Carlise on every social media, Instagram, Facebook.
Deja Carlise, that is Deja Carlise. Okay, y'all.
Carlese.
Yes.
All social media sites.
All social media platforms, and then we're also going to put it on this live as well. We're gonna tag that name in this live. If y'all have any questions or looking for someone locally to purchase sea moss and add different herbs in it, we got our girl Miss Dasia here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have elderberry too. I thought I said that.
Elderberry.
Oh, elderberry, we definitely need that.
That's from Day Trails Essentials. We have Deja Carlise, and we're gonna tag them on there. Thank y'all so much for watching the show today. This is my good sis Jazz,
And this is my good sis Reese,
and we are
Essence
of the Spirit podcast. Thank you, Miss Deja.